Yes. Well, hi, everybody. This is Gene Martinson back at the Rio Rancho Event Center for the second round of New Mexico State High School Volleyball. And this afternoon, it will be the Hilltoppers, who are the number 6 seed. And they're going to take on a number 3 seed, the Artesia High School Lady Bulldogs. And so Hilltoppers winning easily over Gallup this morning. Gallup was the 13th seed. Los Alamos the 6th seed, and won that ball game easily in 3 sets. I think the scores for Gallup were something like 19, 17, and 18. So it was pretty consistent. So both teams now are warming up down on the floor, and so we're going to send it back to Charlene at the studio. And we have some great sponsors, and we certainly want you to hear from those sponsors, and we can give you video now that we have a YouTube channel. So we'll send it back to Charlene, and we will be back for Hilltopper Volleyball, State Championship Volleyball. We'll be back.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win. So go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities, while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the nature center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhinos. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Rio Rancho Event Center, where the Hilltoppers are about to take on the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. So the Lady Bulldogs serve first, and then there's the return. The Hilltoppers return, and the return by Artesia is long, and then the Artesia then serves, and Hilltoppers win the point. So right now, let's see, it's a 2-1 ball game. As this game got started a little sooner than we expected, but Artesia now serving. And now Callie Goda with a beautiful, beautiful spike, and Hilltoppers take the lead 3-1. Now serving for Los Alamos will be Ashley Hammond, the 5'9" senior. She drops back behind the line. The Hilltoppers are the number 6 seed, Artesia number 3 seed. Artesia this is their first game. They have not played. Hilltoppers played this morning. This one is long off of Artesia, so that's going to make it 4-1 in favor of the Toppers. And Ashley Hammond still serving for Los Alamos. The front line for Los Alamos is Callie Goda and Hannah Bergman, sorry, and Michelle Macias. The libero for the libero for Los Alamos is, as usual, is Anna Kirkland, and the libero for the ponytail girl down there. Artesia with a nice shot, and that's down and in. And their libero, let's see, is going to be Coda Beltran is the libero, and so right now serving for it will be. Let's see. Okay, it's going to be Kenna Morrison. Kenna Morrison now will serve down 2-5 to Los Alamos there in this second round. And that's going to be an ace. So she steps up there and fires in the ace. And so the Hilltoppers now see the score closing to 3-5. And so red once again the serve by Kenna Morrison, picked up by Los Alamos. They're going to bring it up to the front. Michelle Macias, all she can do is just simply bump it across, and Artesia wastes no time in setting up their spiker this time. And so, well, those ponytails are murder. Anyway, their spiker was Elena Harvey. So Elena Harvey, and then the shot by the libero from the 10-foot line. That's going to go wide. That's going to go wide left. And so the Hilltoppers now will serve. They'll dropping back. They'll put Callie Goda back behind the line. So Callie, a 5'5" junior, and this time service almost wide, played by Artesia, and then right in the middle of setting up right smack in the middle of the net. That time standing right in the middle was Elena Harvey, and all she had to do was just pop it down toward the corner. And so now it's a 6-5 ball game as the Hilltoppers up by 1, and a little dink at the net. And Michelle Macias, all she can do is pop it to the backcourt. Now they got a perfect set up, and Hilltoppers with the block, going up for the block time was Solien Teliez along with Hannah Bergman, but they block it out of bounds. So we're all tied up now, 6-6. So ever since Kenna Morrison came in to serve, these things are really picked up for Artesia. So here we go. Here comes Michelle Macias. And Michelle drops it in for Los Alamos. She went up to whack it, and then she just took a lot off of it. And the blockers for Artesia going up that time and trying to get to the block that time was Charity Argo. She couldn't get there. So the Hilltoppers now will serve. Anna Bergman serving for Los Alamos. And they set up. They get it to Destiny Johnson. And Destiny Johnson, boy, she whacks it off of a couple of toppers. And so now the service will go over to Artesia. And serving for Artesia will be Elena Harvey. And she puts it in the net. So that makes it an 8-7 ball game. Hilltoppers up by 1. And now let's see who's going to. And we're going to go check in. Here comes Gianna Benelli checking into the ball game. And Gianna now will serve for Los Alamos. So Gianna, Hilltoppers dressed all in green. They're the visiting team. The home team, I guess, gets white or the lighter color. Artesia is in orange, and Hilltoppers are in green with yellow numbers. And Ashley Hammond trying to go up to get the block, but there's nothing that she could do against Kimber Beltran. Kimber was just a left-handed smash down the right sideline. And that's how the serve. Destiny Johnson serving for the Artesia, comes to Anna Kirkland. Solène Torres tries a shot. The ball bounces. She whacked it across, but it was a beautiful block that time by Madison Martinez, and it came right back. And they just hit Solène in the shoulder and then out of bounds. So once again, the Hilltoppers can't return it, and so all of a sudden, Artesia on fire. They lead now in this ball game 10-8 in this first set, and so Joe Palmer doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to call a timeout and talk things over. So the Artesia drew a bye. Artesia was 16-7 on the season and 4-2 in district play. Hilltoppers are 18-6 right now after this morning. And overall, in the district, they were 7-1. Hilltoppers, of course, coached by Joe Palmer and Natalie Pasalacqua. The Bulldogs are coached by Alan Williams and Becky Argo. So the Joe Palmer, with the timeout, wants to get his girls sorted out here and let them settle down. They started out just fine, but all of a sudden, Artesia taking over and Destiny Johnson still serving, as she's up right now 10-8 on Los Alamos. So Destiny, left-handed server. Hilltoppers, a little confusion there. So again, Solène tries to go up, and once again, she just runs into the block of Hattie Harrison. We don't have any heights on these girls, but Artesia's got some pretty tall girls. I mean, and especially Hattie Harrison, left-handed serve. And this was almost an ace. Dick going to the floor shot and was Gianna Benelli to finally to save that one. But boy, there's a hard shot. Wow, as they perfectly set up Kimber Beltran on the left side of the net, and she just fired it. So Destiny will serve again. Johnson brings it across to Anna Kirkland. Bump it up to the front. Ashley Hammond takes the shot. And now the Bulldogs bring it across once again. Hilltoppers are going to get it to Ashley again. And comes to the back court, dug out by their libero. Nice rally going on right now with Solène Torres. Whoa! And Solène just smashes it. I mean, right into Destiny Johnson. And Hilltoppers take the point, move over. Anna Kirkland now will serve for Los Alamos. So Anna will serving for Los Alamos, that down by 3, 9-12. So Anna, nice serve. They bring it up to the front, and shot partially blocked at the net by Cody, by Callie Goda. Sorry about that. And then Callie powers it down, but then Artesia gets it over on the left side. They get it over now to Charity Argo. Argo lets it fly, and it flies too long. Over the end line, 10-12 right now. Anna Kirkland still serving for Los Alamos. Just floats it across, a little floater, and the libero has to play it from the back court. Well, that should have been an easily playable ball. Unfortunately, it went off of Anna Pasalacqua and went the wrong direction. Anna, usually very, very adept at that in that back court, but it just went off of her and flew out of bounds. Nice serve that time. Wow, by Kimber Beltran. And Hilltoppers bring it across. Now they're going to set it up. Hard shot. This is going to be long. That one by Coda Beltran. And Hilltoppers will have the serve. And they're down by 2, 11-13. And serving now for Los Alamos will be Angelina Pasalacqua. So Angelina. An ace for Angelina. So she just deals it up. Angelina Pasalacqua deals up an ace for Los Alamos. Closes it to 1, 12-13. And Angelina Pasalacqua will serve once again. And down by 1. Nice serve by Angelina. Oh, and this time they're going to set up and a double block that time for Los Alamos. And by Ashley Hammond and Michelle I'm sorry. And Michelle Macias. So the point goes to Los Alamos. Angelina Pasolaco still serving for Los Alamos. There's a little dink by Artesia, picked up by Los Alamos. And we're going to call, let's see, what are they going to call here? Well, I don't know. Looks like they gave a point to Artesia. I don't know. Hilltoppers are down 13-14. And the serve by Angelina is going to go long. That'll make it, Hilltoppers were up, 14-13 as they switched the scoreboard on me here. So it's 14-14 right now. And the libero serving. She bangs it off of Gianna Benelli. And the Hilltoppers almost found the open court. But good play that time by Artesia. Blocked at the net. Anna Kirkland will bring it up to the front. Anna Bergerman with a nice serve picked up on the backcourt. And now they're going to bring it over and sailing it long. This time is going to be Coda Beltran. So that will give Hilltoppers a point. Hilltoppers lead by 1, 15-14. Here comes Ashley Hammond. Ashley will serve for Los Alamos. The front line for the Hilltoppers right now is Michelle Macias, Hannah Bergerman, and Cody Callie Coda, sorry. This one is right in the corner. Perfect shot that time by Artesia as they set up Carmen Harvey. And Harvey put it right smack in that coffin corner over on the right side, right in front of the line person. That was an easy call for her. So now coming back to serve once again is Kenna Morrison. Kenna, last time she served, they had a pretty good run against Los Alamos. So let's see if if they can keep it up again. Comes to Anna Kirkland. She bumps it up to the front. And got taken this time by Callie Goda. Picked up by Artesia. Artesia returns it. And this one is going to go long as that shot off of Charity Argo. So the Hilltoppers go back up by 1, 16-15. And serving for Los Alamos right now is going to be Callie Goda serving for the Hilltoppers. And Artesia returns the ball. They try to get it over on the right sideline, and they just barely hits the line over there on the right. From the left to the right, hits the line, so that's the point. Makes it 16-16 with Artesia serving. And the Hilltoppers trying to dink it across, but unfortunately they're going to try to dink that one across against Destiny Johnson. Destiny, a very tall girl, standing right in the middle of the net, had an easy block for her. So Artesia serve comes to Anna Kirkland. Bump it up over. And Michelle Macias with a nice hit. Easily picked up by Artesia. Artesia tries to go down the left sideline as the ball is a set came to Kimber Beltran. Beltran down the left sideline. Down the left sideline, it goes wide. Hilltoppers now will have it now right on Hannah Bergerman serving at 17-17. So these two high school teams really battling it out. We're going to set up Michelle Macias, and Michelle has her shot blocked, but Artesia stays on the Artesia side of the net, and a little dink this time for Angelina Pasolaco, and Artesia has a lot of trouble with it, and they can't get it back across. So now Hannah Bergerman will serve for the Hilltoppers, and she'll serve at 18-17. Set one here in best 3 out of 5. And so comes to the libero, went flying off her fist out of bounds, almost out of bounds, saved back in. They save it right back into the libero, and that is libero Coda Beltran, and she tries to smash it, smashes it right smack into the net. So the Hilltoppers take a 2-point lead, 19-17, and Alan Williams wants to talk things over with his girls. So each team now has called a timeout. Joe Palmer called it very, very early, and after he called a timeout, the girls really settled down because Artesia Hilltoppers had started off pretty strong, and then all of a sudden coming in to serve was Kenna Morrison. And when Kenna started serving, the Hilltoppers had a heck of a time. Artesia built up the lead, but then Joe Palmer called a timeout. And then the Hilltoppers regrouped and got back into this game. So right now they lead 19-17, and Hannah Bergerman will serve for Los Alamos. Solean Teliez, Michelle Macias, and Angelina Pasalacqua on the front line for Los Alamos. So Hannah will bring it across. So Hannah, nice serve. I said nice serve. It looked like it was just going to barely clear the net, and it didn't clear the net. I thought that was going to just drop in perfectly, but that makes it now 18-19, and serving for this time, and now serving is going to be Elena Harvey, and she goes into the net. So, and that, I mean, not only did she go into the net, but it just came off the side of her hand and just fired over to the right side of the net. So they'll send Gianna Benelli back for Los Alamos. Did a fantastic job of serving in this first game this morning, and the Hilltoppers lead by 2, 20-18. Up to the front it comes, and a left-handed shot this time. And boy, nothing they could do about that from Destiny Johnson. Destiny, very tall girl, and she's right up there, smacks it down. She comes back now to serve, serving at 19-20, and she serves it. No, I thought she served an ace, and it looked like it hit the line, but the line person looking right at it says, nope, this is long. So the Hilltoppers then go up by 2, 21-19. They give the ball to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland now will serve for Los Alamos, up by 2 here against the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Nice serve by Anna. They bump it up to the front and block it to net this time by Callie Goda. But immediately it comes back right away to Kenna Morrison, and she finds the open court, makes it now 20-21. Serving for Artesia will be Kimber Beltran. Beltran just barely clears the net, picked up there by Ashley Hammond to bring it back to Ashley. Ashley just fires one down, and that's going to go off of Artesia out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers take a 2-point lead, 22-20 in this first set, and dropping back to serve now for Los Alamos, and that's going to be Angelina Pasalacqua. So Angelina Pasalacqua serving, doing the honors here for Los Alamos. Picked up by the libero, and now they are going to set up. And Hattie Morrison, boy, Hattie, big, tall girl, and she powers it right through the attempted block of Los Alamos, and it makes it now 22-21. Hilltoppers up by 1. Serving is their libero. Hilltopper comes up just to the 10-foot line, and the Hilltoppers return it. Artesia having a lot of trouble with this one, and I don't know what happened to the Hilltoppers because Artesia was in trouble, and so they just got it across to Carmen Harvey, and then Carmen, she just said simply, the Hilltoppers almost gave up, like they thought they'd had the point because they just all of a sudden stopped, and there was all kinds of open court, and Carmen Harvey took advantage, and so it's a 22-22 ball game, played at 25, of course. The first 4 sets, they go to 25, and if they need a fifth set, that would only go to 15. But right now it's 22-22, so both teams 3 points away from this first set, and Joe Palmer wants to talk things over once again with his girls, so he uses his second timeout of this particular set. You get 2 timeouts per set, and so now the dropping back to serve will be Coda Beltran, and waiting for the officials, the lines people, to get in position, and as soon as they do, Coda will fire it across for the Lady Bulldogs, the number 3 seed. The Hilltoppers the number 6 seed. One nice serve, and that one was a curve. But boy, they said Hilltoppers set up Callie Goda, and Callie just powers this one straight down and right toward the back line. Beautiful shot by Callie Goda. Hilltoppers take a 1-point lead, 23-22, and now serving will be Ashley Hammond for Los Alamos. So Ashley floats one down. They bump it up to the front. Artesia can't do much with it. All they can do is just bring it across. Hilltoppers set up Callie Goda, and Goda fires it off of one of the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs pick it up. They try to get it up to the front. They try to get it through Michelle Macias. Michelle right there for Los Alamos. It's now 24-22. Hilltoppers at set point. Alan Williams, the head coach of the Artesia Bulldogs, wants to talk things over once again. So he uses his second timeout, but the Hilltoppers right now 1 point away from the set number one. Boy, they could put this in their pocket. That would be a big, a lot of momentum for Los Alamos going into set two. But right now, the Hilltoppers matching up very well with the Lady Bulldogs, the number 3 seed. And so here they come out of the timeout, and the Hilltoppers will serve. They're serving at set point. They have 2 set points. And so let's see if they can take advantage. As Ashley Hammond will serve for Los Alamos at set point. Floats it up. It's bumped up toward the front. They're going to get it. And a shot dug out by Anna Kirkland. Nice dig up by Anna. Here comes Michelle Macias. Hard shot by Michelle. That's picked up by Artesia. Dakota Beltran, their libero, has to play it from the 10-foot line. Caligota fires it down for Los Alamos, and the Hilltoppers take set number 1. Beautiful, beautiful shot by Caligota. Wow. And the Hilltoppers take it 25-22 over the number 3 seed, the Artesia Bulldogs. So the Hilltoppers on the move. Well, right now, here they take set 1. They won all 3 sets this morning. They swept the Gallup Bengals, and now they're one set ahead of the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. So let's see. I'm sitting on the court next to us, by the way, is that's the Milwaukee Elkettes, who won this morning, and they're now playing in their second round game, and they're playing Hope Christian, and Hope drew a bye. They're the number 4 seed, and so Milwaukee, the number 5 seed. So, and right now, let's see what that score is. It looks like it's 20-19. And they switch the score around sometimes. I'm not sure. They have little small scoreboards for each court, and I'm not sure which court, what the score is. But here, right now, they see it's going to get a, well, let me see if I can pick up who gets the next point. And Milwaukee trying to get the point across against Hope, but it's a hard shot by Hope, and Hope ties it up at 20-20. So 20-20 and Hope serving. But we're ready to go back here as the Hilltoppers will start off with set 2. And so waiting to get the liberos into the lineup. So they, of course, we've said this a million times, they put all the starters out there. Now Solian Teliez will head to the bench as Anna Kirkland comes in for her. And now they're trying to get, amazingly, they're trying to get Coda Beltran in. So they put the starters out there, and then the referee checks all their numbers and do we have the right starters. And finally, when they do, they just let the libero run onto the court, and one of the other girls just goes over and takes the seat. But we're ready to go here, and the libero will serve for Artesia, Coda Beltran. The Toppers pick it up, and there's Caligota, boy, with a beautiful shot dug out though by Artesia, and it's at the net. Caligota blocks it, comes right back. Cody blocks it again, and get it to hand of Bergman, and Bergman brings it across. And then a hard shot by Artesia. It played beautifully by Los Alamos. I thought that was going to drop in. There's a bad set for Artesia. They barely got it across. The Hilltoppers pick it up, and so once again they set it up. They go to that same girl over there on the left side of the net, and she drops it in for the point, and so the ponytails kill me. And so now serving will be once again the libero, of course, still serving, and she serves an ace, so that makes it 2-0 in favor of Artesia. And Coda serving, picked up on the back line by Gianna Bonelli, and has to be played from the 10-foot line this time, and Artesia can't return it. So it's going to go over to Los Alamos and makes the score now 1-2. Ashley Hammond will serve for Los Alamos. Serving at 1-2 in set 2. And so Ashley waiting to get the signal. Here it comes. Just floats it across. And Artesia, I don't know, they're trying to set it, but they set it too wide, so they just had to, on that second one, they just had to get it back across. They didn't have any choice. comes across to Anna Kirkland, and she's going to set up Hannah Bergerman. Bergerman is able to push it toward the back court. Hard shot by Coda Beltran, the libero, and Kali Goda. And Kali mishits it, goes out of bounds. So normally Kali, she's usually solid gold up there, but she just mishit that one. And so coming into the ballgame for Los Alamos right now to join and going to the back court will be Cheyenne Garcia. So Cheyenne comes in, and she's going to join Anna Kirkland back there, along with Michelle Macias. The Toppers, all they can do. Cali, it comes to Cali Goda, she couldn't do anything except, let's see, I'm trying to see if the ball was touched. It was hit hard by Artesia down the right sideline. Went out. They're not saying that nobody touched it for Los Alamos. So they're going to send right now, they're going to send Angelina Pasolaco back to serve for the Hilltoppers. It's a 2-3 ball game at this point. Artesia having a lot of trouble with it. Hilltoppers finally do bring it across. Hannah Bergerman will get it to Coda Beltran of Artesia. And then there's the set and a beautiful shot that time from the Bulldogs as they set up. And Elena Harvey, the senior, another tall girl out there for the Artesia. Coming back to serve now will be Charity Argo for the Lady Bulldogs. Hilltopper is going to bump it up to Michelle Macias. Wow! Beautiful shot by Michelle Macias. Boy, they set her up over on the left side of the net, and boy, she just powered it into the coffin corner on the right side, and the Hilltopper tie it up. It's 3-4 right now at this point. Hilltopper's down by 1, and still serving for Los Alamos will be Hannah Bergerman. So Hannah, that's going to go long. That will make it 5-3 in favor of Artesia. So coming in to serve here for Artesia, and let's see who they're going to hand the ball to. It's going to be Kaylin Owens. So Kaylin Owens, this is the first we've seen of her in the ball game, but she comes in to serve at 5-3. Artesia up by 2, down 1 set to Los Alamos. So Kaylin, nice serve, picked up by Anna Kirkland. They're going to bump it up tried to get it up to front, couldn't. Anna Kirkland had to play it from the backcourt. Shot is blocked by Los Alamos, and then there's some confusion between Solian Tellez and Michelle Macias. The set came right down between the two of them. Neither one of them was sure. Each of them thought the other one was going to get it, but they didn't. Anna Kirkland now picks up the serve by the Bulldogs. The Hilltoppers get it to Solian Tellez. Tellez trying to hit the right sideline, and she sails it wide. So right now it's 7-3. Joe Palmer takes the timeout. And this is a classic timeout for Joe Palmer. Anytime he's down by 4 or 5 this early in the ball game, he always calls a timeout, and it always helps a lot. I mean, when they come out of the timeout, they just kind of regroup and do a good job. Let's see if they do that here in this second set as Artesia moving out to a 4-point lead. That's what they did in the first set. Joe Palmer then called the timeout, and they were able to come back and tie it up against the Bengals. Eventually go on to win 3 sets. So serving still is Kaylin Owens. For Kaylin, backcourt Cheyenne Garcia and Anna Kirkland. Michelle Macias, all she can do is just simply get it across, and then Artesia sets up over on the left side of the net. And they set her up, and that's Kimber Beltran. And Kimber picks up the point for Artesia. Still serving Kaylin Owens. And right now it's an 8-3 ball game. An ace from Kaylin. No, they're going to say it was wide. I thought that was perfect. I thought that hit the corner. But anyway, the lines person looking right at it said, nope, it's wide. If it hits any part of the line, it's good. But that one out, and now they'll send back for Los Alamos Gianna Benelli. And Gianna will serve for Los Alamos down by 4. 4-8 here in set 2. So Gianna, nice serve by Gianna, and boy, Artesia lucky to get that one back. Here comes Ashley Hammond, and Ashley, she picks up the point on a beautiful shot right into the middle of the court, and the Hilltoppers close it to 3, 5-8. Gianna Benelli serving. The Hilltoppers had a lot of success with the series when Gianna was serving in those first 3 sets this morning. So Gianna serving for this, will bring it across. That's going to be picked up by their libero, and now they're going to set up a very hard shot by Hilltoppers, and so Ashley Hammond, all she can do is just bump it across, and there's a little left-handed dink this time, and that's Destiny Johnson, and she gets that set, and then she just whacks it with that left hand. Now she'll go back to serve, left-handed server. Comes to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland will bump it up to the front. Ashley Hammond. And Ashley's shot almost drops in. And this time, the Hilltoppers are going to try to block the shot by up in the air, block the shot this time by Kenna Morrison. And they end up blocking it out of bounds. Right now, it's 10-5 in favor of Artesia. And a serve this time by Destiny Johnson, right smack into the net. So they hand Los Alamos the point, makes it 6-10. Anna Kirkland will serve for Los Alamos. Anna, the libero for Los Alamos. And so serve comes into the backcourt. Artesia plays it on the second hit. They get it to Callie Goda. Nice shot by Callie. Shot's going to come toward the backcourt, picked up there by Gianna Benelli, and a block at the net. So a double block at the net this time for Artesia, and that was Coda Beltran. And teaming up, not Coda. Let's see, that wasn't Coda. And so, anyway, that was Kenna Morrison teaming up with Hattie Harrison. Hard shot this time by Artesia. Great save by Anna Kirkland. And the Hilltoppers bring it across. And once again, I think we're going to say somebody's in the net. And if they get, yes, they are. And so right now they're indicating, and I think they're indicating that, let's see, who would be in the net. I can't see, not sure which number he was hollering out there. But anyway, Hilltoppers find themselves in the net, and they find themselves down by 5, 11-6. Nice, and there's an ace for Artesia. Yeah, nice serve by Kimber Beltran. Just barely cleared the net and then curved. And that thing curved over into the open court. So beautiful ace by Kimber. And this time she fires it toward the back line. Hilltoppers are going to have to play it from the back court. Anna Kirkland bumps it across. And now another hard shot this time by Kimber Beltran. Kim Beltran, and so the Hilltoppers pick it up. They get it to Ashley Hammond. Now to Callie Goda. She whacks it off, and whacks it off. It played nicely by Artesia, brought back by Los Alamos, and then Artesia trying to go to the open court. Hilltoppers play it perfectly. Callie Goda gets the set, and she goes up against the attempted block this time by Hattie Harrison. But Hattie cannot block it. It drops right down in front of her, drops into the Artesia side of the court. Hilltoppers will serve. Angelina Pasalacqua serving for Los Alamos. The shot by Artesia was going to go long, but the Hilltoppers play it anyway. And they finally bring it across. And there is a Kim Beltran pops it across for Artesia. And a beautiful shot for Artesia that time. And so, her ponytail completely covers her number. So cannot see what that number is. But right now, we're going to have their libero, Coda Beltran. She serves it. She serves up an ace, makes it now 14-17. So the Hilltoppers on their heels right now here against the Lady Bulldogs. Callie Goda brings it across Los Alamos, and there once again a hard hit by the long ponytail girl, and finally I see her number, Carmen Harvey. She was swinging back and forth, and after she made the hit, and she was kind of rocking back and forth, and that made her hair swish back and forth. So where we're sitting, the visiting team is always have their back to us. So we're sitting on one of the suites there in the Rio Rancho Event Center, and above the court, and the Hilltoppers have been playing on the other side of the court, so we see the front of the Hilltoppers, but we always see the back of the visiting of the team that plays. Every time they play in this the court, they play on this side of the court, and they all have nice long ponytails. So that's one of the problems. Anyway, we do the best we can. So here we go. Go to Beltran. She will serve. Serving right now at 15-7. Artesia just roaring back after losing that first set, 25-22. And now over it comes to Hannah Bergman. Bergman brings it across, and then a shot by Coda Beltran from the 10-foot line. She sails it toward the back line. Hannah Kirkland tries to get over there and get to it. Goes off of Hannah's arm out of bounds. So right now, Kim Coda Beltran serving and comes up to the front. Caligota. Whoa, beautiful shot by Caligota. Wow. I mean, she put a lot on that one. So the Hilltoppers now get to serve, and they'll send Ashley Hammond back to serve as the Hilltoppers down by 8-16. So they put themselves in quite a hole right now. And Artesia now on fire as they get the ball over to Elena Harvey, and Elena just pops it down into the open court. So right now the Hilltoppers find themselves down by 9, 17-8. Cheyenne Garcia comes in. Los Alamos goes into the back court, and serving right now is Kenna Morrison. And shot by Los Alamos is blocked, and it comes right back to the Hilltoppers. So the Beltran brings it across from the 10-foot line. Michelle Macias has to play it from the 10-foot line, and she plays it perfectly. Nice, high in the air, and just on the left side of the net, and she just simply just roared that thing toward the corner on the other side. So the Hilltoppers close it to 8, 9-17. And serve is going out of bounds, and Artesia plays it, saves it in, but so now the Hilltoppers are going to set up Michelle Macias again. Hard hit is picked up on the line, Kenna Morrison. She actually went down to pick that thing up, so a great dig out. There she goes again. She digs it out again, and once again she hits the floor, and then they set up this time Destiny Johnson, and Johnson sails it long. So that makes it now 10-17. And the Hilltoppers, Angelina Pasalacqua, brings it across for Los Alamos. Bumped up to the front by Artesia. Hilltoppers in a lot of confusion, bumping into each other over there. And Artesia not able to return it as they got it over to Destiny Johnson. And Johnson was on the right side of the net, and the set to her was over her head. She had to reach backwards to try to pull it in, and she and never got it over the net, just sailed in behind the net. So Angelina serves again, and so Artesia is going to set up once again, and this is going to be Carmen Harvey. And Carmen Harvey drives it home for Artesia to make it now a 18-11 ball game. And now coming back to serve will be, let's see, this time it's going to be Charity Argo. Anna Kirkland picks it up in the backcourt. They set up Michelle Macias. Kim Coda Beltran picks that one up for Artesia, and then trying to dink it across and do a little sneaky beaky that time was Charity Argo, and nothing doing it. She can't get it across the net. So the Hilltoppers will give the ball to Hannah Bergman, and Hannah will serve for Los Alamos. Nice serve. She's having a lot of trouble with that one. So the Hilltoppers set up Callie Goda. This one drops in. And so the Hilltoppers close it to 12-18. But Artesia was completely out of sync. And the Hilltoppers took advantage. Hannah Bergerman will serve. Hannah dug out on the backcourt. And this shot play, I mean, that is a beautiful shot that time for Kim Beltran. And she was on the left side of the net. And she just powered that thing into the open court over on the right side. And so that now they'll bring Kaylin Owens back in to serve once again. I don't think she played in the first set. She came into this ball game. Goes to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland lucky to get it out. And so she comes back to Kirkland, and so so Anna just popped it up to the front, hits the tape, falls down, straight down, and then Destiny Johnson trying to recover and get to it, can't get to it, and she does get to it actually, but then she goes wide. So the Hilltoppers have closed it to 5. They were down 8-16. They now have closed it to 14-19. So they picked up 3 points on Artesia since that time. Gianna Benelli, the serve, and Artesia, the serve, not a good serve. The Hilltoppers had a double block, which they successfully performed, but Artesia able to get it going. And then so again, Yes for Los Alamos, and she just pushes it down against Destiny Johnson. Johnson, the left-hander, can't get to it, could not get to it to play it and keep it in play. So the Hilltoppers now close it to 15-19. Destiny Johnson dinks it across right over Solian Tellez, who was waiting for the block. So all she did was just a little pop over her head into the open court. So here comes Destiny Johnson. She'll serve with that left hand to Anna Kirkman. Hilltoppers are going to set up right now. Let's see, Ashley Hammond. Nice hit by Ashley. Finally, Artesia able to get it across. Out comes to Solian Tellez. They're going to set, and this time the Hilltoppers tried a little sneaky beaky, and it was really interesting because they had a one-hand block by Hattie Harrison. So they're a very tall girl, but then she blocked it. Then Artesia immediately trying to get it across, and it goes wide. So it's now 16-20. Anna Kirkland will serve for Los Alamos. Down by 4. They were down by 8. They've closed it now to 4. There's an ace from Anna. Anna deals up the ace for Los Alamos. And so that's now going to make it 17-20 as the Hilltoppers coming from behind. They were down by 8. They're only down by 3 now. We hit libero for Los Alamos. Anna Kirkland just barely clears the net. Blocked the net by for the Hilltoppers. They're going to set up Ashley Hammond. She goes for the open court. Artesia is there. And then another dink by Artesia. And the Hilltoppers block it right back to her. So they tried to dink it across Hannah Bergerman and Angelina Pasalacqua. And the two of them just block it right back. And then diving to the floor, Artesia trying to pancake it and could not get to it. Makes it now 18-20. So the Hilltoppers back in this set. They were down by 8, 16-8. They have now closed it to 18-20. So the Hilltoppers reeled off 10 points. So they doubled the score in this run. 10 to, let's see, what is it? The Hilltoppers came up with 10, and the Artesia came up with 4 during this run. So the Hilltoppers now will serve once again with Anna Kirkland back behind the line for Los Alamos. And it's a 18-20. So the Hilltoppers, they need this point desperately. So Anna Kirkland running the front line for Los Alamos. We have Callie Goa, Ashley Hammond, and Angelina Pasalacqua. So they try to dink it across, and they're successful. And that time it was Hattie Harrison. So Hattie Harrison, big, tall girl. All she did was dink it across. That makes it now 18-21. Serving will be Kim Beltran. Comes up to the front. Callie Goda. Whoa, and there's no stop. there's no return on that one, I guarantee you. Caligota firing it down the left sideline. Boy, I mean, there was nothing they could do. Carmen Harvey dove for it, but it was a futile dive. So the Hilltoppers close it now to 21 to 19 to 21, and then they end up they get it over to this time now they get it over to Kenna Morrison, and Morrison, no return on her shot. She just whacks it off of Anna Kirkland out of bounds. So let's see, right now it's 22 to 19, and Coto Beltran serving for Artesia. Caligota whacks it down, picked up by Artesia. They're going to get it to this time, and the shot's going to be long and over the end line as hit by Kenna Morrison. So it's going to Hilltoppers pick up the point, and so we'll send Ashley Hammond back to serve for Los Alamos, down by 2, 22 to 20. And so Ashley served. They dig it out and bring it up to the front. And but I mean, I don't know if they just simply brought it up to Elena Harvey, and Elena just, I mean, she just clean as a whistle. And she put that shot down and hard spike, and it just went right between a couple of Hilltoppers, but it was just completely clean. Now Michelle Macias for Los Alamos takes a lot off of it, picked up by the libero. Now the shot by Artesia comes across. They're going to get it now to Caligota. Gota brings it down. It's going to go, and this is going to go whack right in front of Kenna Morrison. And that's right in front of Kim Beltran. And she tried to dig it out, but it hit the floor first. So right now it's 21-23 as the Hilltoppers serve. Angelina Pasolacqua for Los Alamos. And there's a hard shot. It's way over the back line. Hilltoppers chasing it down. And finally, do they get it over? Yes, they do. So the Hilltoppers able to chase that hard shot down. And this one now the same thing, but they're not going to be chasing this one down. So twice they whack it off of one of the girls in the backcourt. First time the Hilltoppers chased it down, able to get it back across. But right now we're sitting at set point, 24 to 21, and serving is a Charity Argo. Up it comes now to Michelle Macias, and Michelle has her shot blocked at the net and blocked right back to her. So that will do it. So the Hilltoppers take the first set, 25-22, and then coming back to take the second set, the Artesia Bulldogs take it at 25. Let's see, it was 25-21. So let's see, 25-20. Let me write all this down. 25-22, and then they come back and lose this one 21-25. So it's all tied up by sets right now. 0-0. I mean, 1-1. Anyway, whatever it is, it's tied. So the Artesia, Hilltoppers playing very well against the number 3 seed, but Artesia, tough team. They have some big, tall girls, and they're good hitters. But as far as like matching up on the front line, Artesia has the advantage in height. I don't have any heights on these girls, but they've got some really tall girls out there. Hattie Harrison, and she's a very tall girl. Destiny Johnson, and anyway, so the Hilltoppers done a good job. Actually, the Hilltoppers did pretty well this time because they got behind. They just kind of got out of sync, and Artesia got in sync, able to build up a lead to 16-8. And but at that point, Joe Palmer called a timeout, and they came out of the timeout. And they were able to close it to 2, and they had it down to 21-23. But Artesia was able to serve out the next 2 points and take the second set. So it's 1-1 right now. So that means we're going to be playing 4 sets here. So we've got 2 more to go, one way or another. So, and now here comes Anna Kirkland on to the floor for Los Alamos, and Coto Beltran, the libero checks in for Artesia. So we're ready to go. going to be Angelina Pasolaco. Starting things off for Los Alamos. Picked up by Coda Beltran, and a hard shot, but right there for Los Alamos. I'm telling you, it's Callie Goda. Fantastic. Well, I thought she blocked it, but they're saying no. But I don't understand. It looked like a clean block to me. But anyway, the point goes to Artesia, and I don't know why. Now the service, this time by Coda Beltran. Hilltoppers can't get it back across the net. It's a 2-0 lead for Artesia. And Coda will serve. This almost gets served out of bounds. The Hilltoppers play it. Hilltoppers have a heck of a time right back there, completely out of sync at this point. And Artesia in sync, and they take advantage and are able to drop one down to the point. That makes it 3-0 in favor of Artesia. And Coda Beltran still serving. So this is what happened in the last set. Artesia jumped out to a big lead here. Joe Palmer called a timeout. So the serve is going to come across. And the Hilltoppers get it once again to Callie Goda. And Goda usually she usually puts all kinds of mustard on that ball. So this time she takes a lot off of it. Artesia not expecting that. And so it drops in. And that makes it now a 1-3 ball game. And serving for Los Alamos will be Ashley Hammond. And they bring it up to the court, and Hannah Bergman right there for Los Alamos. And she's able to block it back right into Artesia's territory, and so that makes it now 2-3. And Ashley still serving, drops it across, and Coda Beltran plays it. And long shot to the back court. Great play that time for Los Alamos, and they get it over to Ashley Hammond. Hammond on the left side of the net. She just looks around and she sees, man, there was all kinds of open court. So she just picked the spot she wanted to put it in, and that's where she put it. Makes it now a 3-3 ball game. Artesia, great play, great dig out that time for Los Alamos. As they looked like it was going to drop in, there's a block at the net for the Hilltoppers by Callie Goda, and the Artesia can't return it, so the Hilltoppers on a 4-0 run right now with Ashley Hammond back there, well, actually serving for Los Alamos. So it's up to the front. It comes again. This one is, they tried to dink it across against Callie Goda. Michelle Macias, hard shot by Michelle, played by Artesia. And Carmen Harvey will bump it across for Artesia. Callie Goda. And this time, Callie is going to whack it through the attempted double block of Carmen Harvey, and trying to get up there and help out with that block this time. And that was Elena Harvey. But the Hilltoppers, 5 straight points for Los Alamos. They lead 5-3. Whoa, boy. This one they call out, and wow. I mean, that sure looked into me. Wow, I'm looking right down at this court. And it was they really whacked it that time by Kenna Morrison, but they call it out. I can't believe that. It was sure looked like it was cleanly in. Partially blocked at the net by the Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers going to set up. Well, I thought they were going to set up Michelle Macias. They don't. Kenna Morrison gets the set. Hilltoppers bring it right back. They on a one hit. The first hit they bring it back immediately, but then they get it over once again to Kenna Morrison. To Kim Beltran, and Beltran's able to get it across, find the open court, make it now a 4-6 ball game. And serving will be Kenna Morrison. So Kenna Morrison waiting to serve. Here it goes, and this one hits the tape. Michelle Macias right there to play it. They get it back to Michelle. All she can do is just a soft shot across. It was blocked at the net by Hannah Bergman, and blocked again by Michelle Macias and Cody Gallo. And Callie Goda, my God, unbelievable. So great rally this time, and let's see what they're calling. And they're going to say that it falls in. I think they called Los Alamos for being in the net because everything suddenly stopped. We had a great rally going, and all of a sudden everything just suddenly stopped. But right now it's 5-6 as they serve, and This one now comes to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland will bring it across, but right there is Kenna Morrison for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs. Once again, and another serve. I'm not sure if we're still on the air or not. Something happened in my headphone. It's not right. But so right now we'll presume we're on the air, and anybody in my family listening, you can send me a text and tell me whether you can hear me or not. But let's see where are we. And says I'm not sure we're on the air. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, the ball's going to go off of Artesia. Yeah, let's see. Haven't heard from anybody, so we'll just go ahead and presume everything is right here. So right now the situation is it's an 8-8 ball game as the Hilltoppers just pick up the point, and now they're going to send back, and so serving now for Los Alamos, and that's going to be Caligota. Up to the front it comes, and bad set for the Hilltoppers, and the Hilltoppers can't do anything with it. As it came to Hannah Bergerman, she was clear out of bounds, almost right up against the net, but way out of bounds. If she would have been, if the net had extended, she would have been right in front of it. So the point goes to Artesia, comes to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland, she bumps it across, and boy, that was not a good idea because waiting for it right there was Kenna Morrison. And I just got a note from Dino in Lubbock and Texas. He said, "Yeah, we're still on the air." Thank you very much, Dino. I appreciate it. Anyway, so we'll stick with it here. So right now it's a 10-8 ball game in favor of Artesia, and we have Angelina Pasalacqua goes down, and a little slow getting up, but she's okay. And now it's going to be an 11-8 ball game. And serving for Artesia right now is Charity Argo. So Charity up by 3 here against Los Alamos in set 2. Charity comes to Anna Kirkland, and it's going to end up being an ace as Anna can't play it. The Charity Argo, she comes up with the ace, pulls the ace card out, and the score now is 12-8 in favor of Artesia. And Charity Argo still serving. Boy, there's a hard hit by Los Alamos. Solien Tellez. Beautiful shot by Solien. Attempted block at the net by Destiny Johnson. And that was unsuccessful. So the Hilltoppers now will serve, and they will send Hannah Bergerman back there. She serves an ace. Hannah Bergerman with the ace for Los Alamos. And that makes it now 12-10. Hilltoppers down by 2, 10-12. Hannah Bergerman, beautiful ace that time from Hannah, and that's what the Hilltoppers needed. So Hannah will serve again. Comes up to the front of Artesia. Hilltoppers attempting the block, and they get hands on the block. Solien Tellez went up against it, and along with Michelle Macias, and they did get their hands on it, but then it dropped right down into the open court. It makes it now 13-10, and the serving will be, here comes Kaylin Owens to serve once again. Anna Kirkland picks it up for Los Alamos in the backcourt. Michelle Macias breaks, and Michelle whacks it, and trying to get to the block that time was Hattie Harrison, and she just powered it right through Hattie. Hattie got here, a big tall girl. She got up in the air, but she couldn't stop the power of Michelle Macias. And so they'll send Gianna Benelli back. This combination has worked very well for Los Alamos. Solien Tellez and up on the front line, and up there, and along with Ashley Hammond and Angelina Pasalacqua. And there's a block at the net by Ashley Hammond, beautiful block. Artesia picks it up. They get it over to Anna Kirkland, comes back to Ashley again. Ashley tries to go to the back line, picked up by Coda Beltran, and she brings it across. Hilltopper not able to return it. That makes it now 14-11 in favor of Artesia. And serving is going to be Destiny Johnson. Destiny, Ashley Hammond gets it. It's touched. It's attached. Touched it. That's, yes, they're indicating it was a touch. That's what I thought it was. It was touched as a attempted block by Artesia, and it goes off of Artesia, goes out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers get the point. Makes it now 12-14, and Anna Kirkland will serve. And she's going to sail it long. Anna normally a very good server, but she sailed that one way too long. And the Hilltoppers do not want to do that. 15-12. Artesia leads in this ball game right now. And so they're dealing up an ace for Artesia this time. And so she will serve again, and that's going to be Kenna Morrison. No, I'm sorry, Kim Beltran is serving now for Artesia. And now Joe Palmer wants a timeout as he finds himself down 16-12. And not sure what's going on over at the well, let's see. It's right now they've got Hope Christian and Powaki playing in the court next to us. And they say they're in set 3. And one of these teams has won 2 sets, it looks like. And they're playing Hope Christian, but they missed the point. Let's see. Well, yeah, that's it. So right now they're indicating, the scoreboard at least indicates that Hope is up by 2 sets, and they are in set 3 right now. Hope leading 7-5 over the Elkettes. And right here on our court, directly in front of us, we are in set 3. 16-12 is the score. Artesia is ahead with Kim Beltran serving. Up it comes now to Ashley Hammond, and Ashley, she was trying to dink it across, and it actually hit the tape, hung there for a second, and then just dropped straight down into Artesia territory. So that's the way you want to dink it. That works. Ashley Hammond serving right now at 13-16, and Artesia is going to fly it down the left sideline out of bounds. So as they tried to get it that time to Charity Argo, and Argo sails it wide. Ashley Hammond, boy, nice serve. That just barely cleared the net. Shot by Artesia, almost blocked this time by Callie Goda. Coming out of Hannah Bergerman. She brings it into the backcourt. Once again, they will set up, and this one's going to be partially blocked at the net by Los Alamos, as that was Charity Argo. But right there for Los Alamos was Callie Goda, and it goes off of Callie out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers now with the Coda Beltran serving. Comes to Anna Kirkland. Most of them, of course, come to Anna. That's her job, to be the libero. And going to the floor this time to get out Gianna Benelli, and Hilltopper was able to bring it across. And hard shot this time by Elena Harvey. Hilltoppers play it. Another hard shot. This is going to go long. And so the Hilltoppers pick up the point. It's Kenna Morrison trying to find the back line. She goes long. And then as soon as she sailed it long, she just kind of dropped her head and kind of swung around. So she was not happy with herself on that particular shot. Actually having serving for Los Alamos. And the Hilltoppers trying to block the shot this time of Kim Beltran, and it's they block it out of bounds. So right now it's 18-15 in favor of Artesia, and serving for Artesia right now, and that's going to be Kenna Morrison. Morrison takes it to the back court. Hilltoppers have to play it from the back court, so just simply bumping it across from the 10-foot line was Anna Kirkland. Artesia then tries to bump it across. The ball comes right now to Hannah Bergman. Hard shot by Hannah, picked up, and then a shot by Destiny Johnson, blocked by Michelle Macias. And Artesia picking it up. Hilltopper block it again. And This time they can't get it by Callie Goda, and right next to Callie was Hannah Bergerman. So the two of them team up, and they block one attempt, and then when it comes back, Callie Goda finishes things off. So Angelina Pasalacqua serving for Los Alamos. Destiny Johnson with the hit. Played easily by Los Alamos. Comes to Solien Tellez. And Solien drops it in for Los Alamos. So he closes the score right now to 16-18. And Angelina Pasalacqua will serve for Los Alamos down by 2 here in set 3. And right now it's 1-1 in sets. Comes to Cota Beltran. And the shot by Artesia is partially blocked at the net by Solien Tellez. And Solien gets it, pushes it toward the backcourt. Picked up there by Artesia, comes toward the backcourt. Angelina Pasalacqua plays it. And so Cheyenne Garcia has to play it from the 10-foot line. And shot by this time by Solien Tellez is blocked. Artesia picks it up. And this one now is going to be blocked at the net. And let's see, unfortunately, it's going to drop inside. They blocked it, but it went straight down in front of them and drops into Hilltopper territory. Makes it 19-17. And it's too bad. That could have tied this score. Whoa! What a shot by Michelle Macias. And a great dig out that time by Artesia with Kenna Morrison. But she just went for it, but it just went awry off of her fist, out of bounds. But comes to Cota Beltran as the Hilltopper serving. This one's going to go into the backcourt. Cheyenne Garcia plays it over to Michelle Macias, and Michelle sails it too long. And that's unfortunate, too, because the Hilltoppers could have tied that up. Now it's 20-18. So the Hilltoppers have closed it to 1. Now it's a 2-point lead. Here comes Kaylin Owens. She's a junior, and she will serve for the Lady Bulldogs, the number 3 seed. And this one is an ace. Anna Kirkland thought it was going to sail long. So she was just about to play it. And then she steps out of the way, and it just drops into the court right in front of the back line. So Joe Palmer now wants to talk things over as he finds himself down by 3, 21-18. And it's too bad that they would have been a very, very, the Hilltoppers had closed it, that we could have tied the score, but just didn't work out that way. So Joe Palmer now will talk things over. And looking over at Pewaukee right now, Pewaukee is 14-12 in set 3. Hope is leading in this ballgame, and they lead, 14-13 right now. But Hope took the first 2 sets. They are in set 3. And let's see, we have over here, we have set 5. Wow. And that is the St. Pius taking on Aztec on the court, the other court next to us. And they're in set 5 right now. So, no, they're in set 4. Correct. Well, I'm not sure what set they're in. Anyway, the Hilltoppers, they serve comes across, they bring it up to the front, and they're going to set up. This time they try to set up Hattie Harrison right there. The Hilltoppers, Solien Tellez was trying to get the block. Can't get the block, falls into Hilltopper territory. So serving still is Kaylin Owens. This time up by 4, 22-18. And Kirkland plays it this time instead of backing off. Comes to Michelle Macias. Great play that time by Kenna Morrison to get it up to front. Comes to Anna Kirkland. Hilltoppers now to Solien Tellez. She takes a lot off of it, dinks it across. Artesia able to get it, and they bring it. They set perfect set for Solien Tellez. And forget the one-handed spike. She just went up with both hands and just shoved that thing straight down. Fantastic play by Solien. Solien play at the front of that net has just been fantastic throughout the district, and now here in these 2 this is now the 6th set that the Hilltoppers played, and Solien has she's been one heck of a stalwart up there at that net, and so now they try to bring it through Solien. She goes up for the block, and drops into Hilltopper territory. That makes it now 23-19. And they're serving and only 2 points away from the winning the next set. And this one is going to be Hilltopper called for double hit. So 2 hits called against Los Alamos, so that makes it 24-19. 5 set points for Artesia. Destiny Johnson, left-handed server. And Hilltoppers, well, I don't know what happened. They bumped it up to the front. Nobody on the front line moved. And so finally at the last minute, taking a dive for it that time. And for the Hilltoppers and Solian Tellez, but it couldn't get by the time she decided to go for it, she had absolutely no chance. Looking over at the court next to us now, it's St. Pius. They're in set 4, and St. Pius is leading 16-12. And St. Pius is serving. See him. And so this one's going to be out, so that's going to, well, let's see. I guess it's, I'm sorry, it looks like St. Pius is trailing Aztec 16-13 here in set 4. It's hard to decide who the scoreboard. It's just a small scoreboard. Now it goes into the net. And that's going to be a point for Aztec. Makes it now 17-13 in favor of the Tigers over the Sartans. And so then the Milwaukee trying to battle back in this one. They're down 2 sets to Hope, and right now Hope is up 17-16 in this ball game. I think Milwaukee's up 17-16. So over here in St. Pius picks up the point that makes it 14-17. So trying to keep track of all the games going on around us. They're all 4A games right now. They're going on at this point. Hilltopper, this timeout taking a while. Well, it's still cranking down. They said, I guess they're going to take full advantage. But anyway, it was almost like a 2-minute timeout. And no way, I'm sorry. But anyway, well, I missed that one because Artesia had picked up the point. I thought Joe Palmer had called the timeout, and I just was watching the point, and then I watched Joe Palmer call the timeout. I didn't pay any attention to the score. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was the end of the set. And so Artesia takes the second set, and so they lead now 2-1 in sets. So now we're getting ready to go to set 4. And see if the Hilltoppers can come back again. They in both sets that they've lost, they dug a hole, and then we're not able to get out of it. And so Aztec right now leading Pius over there 19-14 in set 4. I'm not sure what the count is there, but we're ready to go here for Artesia and Los Alamos. So the Artesia, so right now the Hilltoppers pick up the first point as Ashley Hammond serving for Los Alamos. So Ashley comes up, and so just quickly dinking it across Artesia. Hilltoppers pick that up. Hannah Bergman, she tries the same thing. It comes to Dakota Beltran, and in a hard shot, this one is going to go long, and that's off of Carmen Harvey. Carmen Harvey, the sophomore, whacks it long. Hilltopper, and no, they're going to say it was, well, apparently touched by Los Alamos. The line person did not indicate that it was a touch, but they give the point to Artesia. Now they're going to send Kenna Morrison back to serve, and she literally, I mean, well, there was a mix-up there because the serve was coming into the backcourt. Michelle Macias stepped over like she was going to get it. She let it go by, and then it hit Anna Kirkland right in the head, in the forehead. And so now that was an ace, and now Kenna Morrison serves again. And this one is another ace. So back-to-back aces. And there's another ace. 3 in a row. 3 aces in a row this time now for Kenna Morrison. So right now it's a 4-1 ball game, and Kenna absolutely on fire. And this one is going to sail long. So fortunately for Los Alamos, Kenna decides to put a lot more on it, but she had 3 beautiful serves, but the one serve was just a mix-up by Los Alamos because it looked Michelle Macias looked like she was going to get it, pulled away at the last time, went flying by her, and it hit Anna Kirkland in the forehead. So the Hilltopper serve, and then the return by Destiny Johnson, and that's well, let's see what they're calling. That should go. That went wide, and well, okay. Artesia was cheering like crazy, and I didn't understand why. So Cody Gallo was getting ready to serve, so she drops the ball, just drops it, rolls over to one of the ball shaggers, and so now they're going to let Artesia serve. So they had given the point. They gave the point to Los Alamos. Artesia cheered it first. Then they gave the point to Los Alamos. They sent Cody Gala down to serve. Just as he started to serve, they stopped her from serving, and then essentially told her to get rid of the ball, which she did. And so now serving will be, this is going to be Charity Argo for Artesia. So I have absolutely no idea what happened there. Anna Kirkland out of the ball game for the moment. That's unusual. The libero, she usually plays the whole ball game, and so they try to swap it to Destiny Johnson. She goes up against Yen Telyez. So Telyez with the block actually blocks it out of bounds. So Charity will serve again. So here comes Argo, and dug out by Los Alamos and can't return it. They dig it out, and I'm sure finally Anna Kirkland's going to come back into the ball game. They need her on that back court. Or maybe they were giving her concussion protocol because she got hit in the head by the volleyball. Anyway, there's another ace right at Anna Kirkland. So that makes it 8-2. And let's see, I think that's the 4th ace. They had 3 by Kenna Morrison, and now Charity Argo picks up an ace, and so suddenly it's 8-2. This one barely clears the net, and they get it. And this one right on the line by Soliette Telyez. And a Leslie Nielsen maneuver by the lines person to indicate it was in and on the line. So now the Hilltoppers they will send back, and Hannah Bergman is going to serve for Los Alamos. Boy, beautiful serve. Played nicely by Artesia. And this one by Bulldogs are going to go long, as that was a hit by Kim Beltran. That goes long. That makes it now 4-8. And Hannah Bergman will bring it across for Los Alamos. Nice serve. Going to be picked up. They bring it to the front. Not able to get it across. 4 hits is the call against the Lady Bulldogs. And so it makes it now 8-5, 5-8. And back serving for Los Alamos still is Hannah Bergman. So Hannah will serve and comes to Kenna Morrison. They'll bring it across, and then they set up Destiny Johnson, the left-hander, and she just whacks it right through between a couple of Hilltoppers, and so let's see, they're going to chase the ball down. They got ball shaggers everywhere, so I'm not sure what the problem is. But finally, they get a ball. There's balls everywhere. So anyway, Kaylin Owens will serve. She's going to serve up by 4, 9-5 here against the Hilltoppers. As Artesia right now leads 2-1 over the Hilltoppers. And now it's Michelle Macias. Great shot by Michelle. Great play that time by Kenna Morrison to dig that thing out and get it up to the front. So Artesia able to bring it across. They get the point, and now the libero for Artesia comes back into the ball game. But Hilltoppers do get the point. So Artesia held for a violation, and so right now going to have Gianna Benelli serve for Los Alamos. And Destiny Johnson has her shot blocked out of bounds by Ashley Hammond. And so then beautiful, nice double block. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds. So Destiny Johnson, the left-handed server, comes to Anna Kirkland. Kirkland brings it up to the front. Solian Teliez, nice shot by Solian. That was picked up by Artesia. They bring it into the backcourt. Comes now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond has her shot blocked at the net. Going up against her that time was Kenna Morrison. And Morrison, beautiful block by Kenna. It makes it now 11-6. And so still serving the left-hander, Destiny Johnson. Picked up by the Hilltoppers. They bring it across on the second hit. And Artesia going to do the same thing. Comes to Anna Kirkland on the backcourt. Comes now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond serves partially blocked. Comes to the backcourt. Artesia picks it up. And then it's going to be blocked. We're going to have let's see, the official comes onto the court. Not sure exactly what he's calling. But anyway, he comes running out. And I think what he's doing is he's calling Los Alamos for being in the net. But he just ran out on the court and stopped play. So Destiny Johnson will serve as they give her the point, and Destiny's going to serve it into the net. So thank you very much. That makes it 7-11. Hilltoppers down by 4 here in set 4. Down 2-1 to Artesia. They won the first set. Artesia won the next 2. And the first set, the Hilltoppers just pretty well dominated. They were down in the opening part of that set, came back, played very well to win that set. Hilltoppers going to get it to Ashley Hammond. Hammond is going to come over, and Kenna Morrison. Morrison's shot, beautiful, saved that time by Gianna Benelli. And let's see now, what are they calling? Well, I don't know what they called again. I don't know if they called double hits or what. The rally was just going on, and all of a sudden they stopped the rally. So the serve this time is by Kim Beltran. Comes across now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond goes for it, mishits it, goes down, and so he just was off balance, mishit it, and goes out of bounds. Makes it 13-7. Kim Beltran will serve. Anna Kirkland trying to play it. Goes all the way behind the line. They do bring it back in. Hilltoppers do get it across, but that's going to set up a perfect set for Artesia. And right there is Callie Goda to block it back. Hilltoppers get to Ashley Hammond. Hammond brings it up against Carmen Harvey. Across this looks like it's going to go long, but it wasn't. Played by Anna Kirkland. And then they get it to Ashley Hammond. She pops it, rolls it, hits the tape, rolls it across the top of the tape for just a minute, then drops into the court right in front of Charity Argo. So the Hilltoppers now, as they serve, they bring it across, and this was Angelina Pasalacqua. Shot by Artesia is going to go wide. So that makes it 9-13 as Angelina will serve for Los Alamos. The Hilltoppers down 2-1 to the number 3 seed, Artesia Bulldogs. And served by Angelina. The Hilltoppers play. This is a hard shot by Artesia. They play it very well. And so Artesia is going to bring it up once again. This time they get it to Charity Argo. Great dig out by Gianna Benelli. And the Hilltoppers were able to bring it across. Now this time they get it over on the right side of the net. And I'm telling you and that one to Kenna Morrison. And Morrison, she up in the air and powered it right on the line on the left side of the net. Beautiful shot by Kenna. And that makes it now 14-9. And Clota Beltran will serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Gianna Benelli picks it up in the backcourt and then bumps it up to the front and goes off of her hands or wide. And Hilltopper then racing to try to recover that ball that just kind of went off crazily off of her fist. So now Joe Palmer is going to want a timeout. So right now it's 15-9. and I think we got set point over here in the Aztec and St. Pius game, and Aztec, I guess it picks up. Let's see, though they were down by one, they just now tied it, 24-24. This is set for, I don't know what the score in the set's in, but Artesia, but Aztec now will serve against the St. Pius. It's 24-24, so we have to win by 2. So Aztec with the serve, and this is going to sail long off of Artesia. And they hit the Sartans to claiming that it was touched, but they say nothing doing. So now they have a set point here on the court next to us for Aztec against the St. Pius Sartans. And so they try to bring it across. They do. Aztec now is going to set it up. And a hard shot by Aztec. Great save by the Sartans. Now we're ready to go back to Los Alamos. Hilltopper set up and bring up this time Ashley Hammond. Hammond with a nice shot, but then they get it to Destiny Johnson. Johnson now will bring it across and hit it off of one of the Hilltoppers, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And St. Pius picks up the point. That makes it now 25-25 on the court next to us. Photo Beltran is serving for Artesia. Comes now. Beautiful shot this time by Caligota. No return by Artesia. That makes it now 10-16. And Ashley Hammond will serve for Los Alamos down by 6. And so looking over here at this other ball game, and they just set the girl up from Aztec, and beautiful spike. But I'm not sure, they must be calling somebody in the net or something, because they give the point to St. Pius. Anyway, back to the Hilltoppers. They bring it across. The serve comes across to Anna Kirkland, get it to Michelle Macias. Macias' shot goes long. That's going to make it now 16-10. And St. Pius leading in the other set now, 26-25. And Aztec needs this to keep. Great dig out by St. Pius that time to save it. Great shot by Aztec, and so they pick up the point and tie it up again. Go back to action here at Los Alamos, and so dropping back to serve for Los Alamos will be Gianna Benelli. It's 11-17 ball game. They're down, Hilltoppers down by 6. Gianna serve easily picked up by Kenna Morrison, and then just a soft shot across by Artesia. Hilltoppers get it to Hannah Bergerman. Her shot is partially blocked to the net. Destiny Johnson gets it. Great save by Los Alamos. Boy, Michelle Macias. Destiny Johnson just dived for that ball. It stuck out her left hand. Got routed over. Looked like it was going to drop in. But right there was Michelle Macias for Los Alamos. And so now we're going to have another timeout. And it's 27-27 over there right now between Aztec and St. Pius. Timeout here for Los Alamos and Artesia. And Aztec is going to serve at this point. So trying to keep track of all 4A games here. This one, boy, great save that time by Aztec. And wow, what a fantastic play, but they're going to give the point to St. Pius, it looks like. Looks like great save. Well, coming out of the timeout right now. And it's going to be, right now, it's 18-11. And serving will be Charity Argo for Artesia. So Charity will serve. And ready to go. And so Charity brings it across. Hilltopper gets it to Michelle Macias. She pushes it into the backcourt, picked up in the backcourt. Hard shot this time by Elena Harvey. Harvey, now the Hilltopper, they'll get it over. Parked it, blocked it to net by Los Alamos. Great save that time by the Lady Bulldogs. And then the Bulldogs are able to get it across to the open court. And right now it's 29-28 in the court next to us. Pius up by 1. Anyway, Hilltoppers get it now to Michelle Macias. Macias and her shot had blocked at the net, but then it, let's see, the Hilltoppers pick up the point. It's partially blocked, but it dropped straight down. So going up to make the block that time, Lauren Wagner, and so it comes off of Lauren, drops in, served by almost Hannah Bergman, and they get it up to the front line, blocked at the front line by Soliane Teliez and Hannah Bergman. Hilltoppers are going to play it across. They do. Angelina Pasalacqua, and finally there's a dink across, and that was by Destiny Johnson. And she just put it right over the head of Soliane Teliez. That makes it now 20-12, and it looks like Pius just defeated Aztec. That had to be the deciding set. And Aztec loses 30-28. So the Kaylin Owens served for Artesia, up by 12, 20-12. No return by Los Alamos, 21-12. So I'm not sure if Los Alamos can dig themselves out of this hole, down by 9, and this would be the deciding set, of course. And this is going to go long off of Kaylin Owens. That will make it now 13-21. 13-21 for the Hilltoppers will send Gianna Benelli behind the line to serve. But so let's see. And right now we're looking at 13-21. Nice serve by Gianna. Comes up. They're going to this time, and this one's going to go into the net. I thought it was going to go in the net. It's going to come now to Soliane Teliez. She takes it all the way to the back line. And boy, I mean, what a shot that time for Artesia. I'm telling you, Hattie Harrison, a big, tall girl, and boy, she got a perfect set right in the middle of the net. And she just all she could see was, I mean, she had plenty of court to pick out. It was a perfect set. She was high in the air looking over that net. And boy, she powered it home. That makes it now 22. So I'll come now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond's shot goes wide. So that makes it now 23, I do believe. Yes, 23-13. So right now, Artesia 2 points away from the match. Destiny Johnson, she served it. Comes up to Los Alamos. Soliane Teliez. Her shot is blocked at the net. Now they're going to set up Ashley Hammond. Hammond comes to Destiny Johnson on the back line. And a hard shot. This is going to go long. And that's going to come off of Kim Beltran. That goes long and over the end line. So that's going to make it now 14-23. Boy, the Hilltoppers, I mean, they're going to have to go on one heck of a run here. Anna Kirkland will do the honors for Los Alamos as she brings it up the hill. And now once again, they're going to set. The shot is blocked at the net. Is that the shot by Kenna Morrison? Good job for the Hilltoppers by Cody Gallo. But then they bring it over on the left side to this time they bring it on the left side to Destiny Johnson. Destiny takes that left hand, finds the corner, makes it now 24-14. Match point right now for Artesia. And they serve an ace. Well, that's one way to end it. Kim Beltran with a beautiful ace across the top of the net. Hilltoppers could not play it. And so they win the match on an ace. So that means Artesia will advance. The Hilltoppers will drop into the losers bracket. And I do believe their next game is going to be, we'll have to check the schedule, but I think pretty sure it's going to be at 8 o'clock tonight. And we're not going to be able to do that ball game. And we've done 2 ball games today so far. And then some of the commitments from some of our crew. And it's going to make it very difficult for us to continue with the ball game. I'm not sure what's going to happen like tomorrow, but anyway, right now we're looking at the Hilltoppers going down into they're still alive. They're in the losers bracket, and the Hilltoppers, they go now to 18-7 overall. Artesia goes up to 17-7 overall. So what? Are you looking for? My coach. Anyway, so that will do it. So the Hilltoppers right now still in the thick of it. They won their first match this morning, dropping out to the number 3 seed, and so anyway, so that's going to do it. I'm not sure what our schedule is, but we're not going to be able to do that 8 o'clock game tonight, and then we'll have to see how that ball game comes out, and match that comes out tonight, and see where the Hilltoppers are in the bracket. You start getting into these double elimination losers and winners brackets, and it's I mean, trying to follow everything, it makes it kind of a mess. But we'll have to see what happens tonight with the Hilltoppers, and we're not sure what our schedule is tomorrow. But anyway, Hilltoppers win the first one this morning against the Gallup Bengals. It sweeps the Bengals 3-0 and take the first set against Artesia. But then Artesia comes back, and the Hilltoppers just could not keep up with them. Artesia was able to open up some big leads, put Los Alamos in a couple of big holes a couple of times, second and third set. The Hilltoppers were able to kind of regroup and then close the score down again. But boy, no regrouping here in this set. This one was won easily by the Lady Bulldogs. And they've got a very, very good team. They're very good, and they got some big, tall girls, and they really took advantage of it. So anyway, it was just right now. But the Hilltoppers played well, and I can't say they were like outgunned or outgirled or whatever, but they did a good job. It's just that Artesia things. I don't know. It was just Artesia would get on these runs, and the Hilltoppers would drop into a hole. Joe Palmer would call timeout, and he'd get his girls to regroup, and then they'd close the score up a little. But no regrouping in set 4. It was all Artesia. So that's going to do it for us here. And I'm not sure, like I say, we can't do it tonight because of commitments by crew members, and so we have to put this thing together. So we have Charlene McHale back at her studio. Really, really nice studio there she has to work from. So it's very pleasant there for Charlene. And then John McHale, who runs around and takes all those pictures that you've seen. He took some fantastic. He showed me some of the pictures he took this morning. Well, they were fantastic pictures. Nate Limback, who is also one of our photographers, and he's also our IT guy, and so he's unfortunately he's not available, and John not going to be available tonight, and so anyway, we're going to have to call it quits here for today, and we'll see what happens from here on. But and so I want to thank Carol Clark from the Daily Post for making all this possible, and then making it possible for us to bring you these ball games on the YouTube channel, and all those pictures that you see on that keep flashing back on the video part of it, all shot by John McHale today. So John, an outstanding photographer, and he came up with some great ones in that first set. But so anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank all of my crew members for all the help, and so right now this ends since it ends the fall season. There's still cross country. Los Alamos, of course, doing very, very well in cross country, and in fact, I guess they I think last week they went down to the state meet, so I think the Hilltopper girls and the Hilltopper boys both state champions for Los Alamos. So they had a great season. Now volleyball, everything else is done. Football's done. Soccer's done. Everything else. So now we await basketball. The first basketball game is going to be 2 days before Thanksgiving on Tuesday, and so that's going to be the Hilltopper. I think it's we're going to play St. Michael's at St. Michael's, and I doubt if we're going to be able to make that ball game. But anyway, that's a long way off. So anyway, this is Gene Martinson, and had a lot of fun broadcasting so far here in the fall, and we'll try to follow it up now into the basketball season. But we'll volleyball is not done yet, and we'll check the schedule and see what our schedule is. But anyway, we had a nice accommodation here by the NMAA for the broadcast. They had a suite right above the court, so it made it very, very convenient, very comfortable to do these broadcasts. So anyway, I want to take a little shout out right now for Aunt Bobby. Happy birthday, Aunt Bobby. It's her birthday today. And so I want to say happy birthday. And I want to thank everybody for listening. And Aunt Mary also tuning in. And then we also have some great fans. Foggy up in Los Alamos. He always tunes in. And Russ also in Los Alamos. Debbie and Mike. We're listening right now from Pittsburgh, and so, and then of course we have Russ always tunes in. He always sends a lot of texts as we play, and then we have Dean, Kent, and Tammy. Tammy was my spotter here today. Tammy Quillman, and so, and then we have Dean listening from Lubbock, Texas, and Kent listening from Littleton, Colorado. So. Thank you all for listening, and happy birthday once again, Aunt Bobby. So that'll do it for us. So have a great tomorrow. You can make an even better Friday. Your heart. Don't hug that penguin, but the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And sweetie pie, I miss you.